So, quarantine facts. Oh, by the way, we're calling this the Safer at Home series. So, welcome to the Safer at Home series. I read quarantine facts today. Apparently, Shakespeare wrote King Lear when he was quarantined during the plague. So, when you hear something like that, since you're kind of like stuck at home, are you feeling extra inspired because now all of a sudden you've got this extra time, or do you feel like more pressure because you're like, oh my God, I'm stuck at home with nothing to do and now I need to write?
Honestly, I'm feeling more inspired. Absolutely. I'm also the busiest maybe I've ever been during quarantine. So I'm kind of lucky to be staying at home because it actually lets me like take a breath in between all of what's going on. But yeah, actually, one of my favorite albums of all time, Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. He quarantined himself. I mean, after that album, he like was basically gone for ages. So I'm like, well, Brian Wilson can do it. Me too.
Here I go. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you released Moral of the Story a year ago. It's finally starting to build. It's getting all these Spotify streams. It's getting played on the radio. It gets picked up by Netflix. And then the world comes to a full stop. Does it almost feel like emotional whiplash? Because you're like, I wanna go do something now, and I can't.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of that for sure, but I mean, I'm definitely the kind of person who knows it all works out the way it's supposed to. So for me personally, I'm such a homebody as it is. So, you know, this would be a time I'd be flying all across Europe and the US, hanging out with people like you, and which would be so much fun. And I feel like, I am missing out on that a little bit. But this way I get to sort of process what's happening at home, safe at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. It's okay. It's the right thing, I think, for right now.
Right, for sure. You know, working on the song Moral of the Story, and now it's on Netflix. It's going to be interesting to see because everybody's staying home. So if anybody hasn't watched that series yet, they're about to. And then like the song is just going to keep building and building, which is pretty cool because it's happening very organically while the world is stopped. Like your song is still kind of growing out there, which is pretty unprecedented, you know, for something to happen like this. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel so lucky. You know, music is still needed and is still streaming, and it's not, you know, I feel like this is a really hard time in America, and obviously across the whole world. And I feel so incredibly lucky that I can continue to keep working on music, and music that I've already put out is able to be heard. And, you know, I'm in a different position than a lot of people, and I don't take that for granted. I feel really grateful for that.
Yeah. And it is nice that you are able to still, I saw the Instagram live with Phineas the other day. You've been working with him on a lot of music. Was there a point where he made you call him Grammy Award-winning Phineas, or like from now on I shall be addressed as?
You shall now address me as Lord Phineas. Yeah, he is. I mean, I knew him before all the hype, so he's just my friend Finn. You know, we went on like a social distancing hike last weekend. We didn't touch, but we were like 6 feet apart. Me and had a whole conversation, and of course now hiking is off limits here in California. Yeah. Really, people ruined it for us because it's just so packed. It was so packed.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I mean, Finn's just a good friend. So I still call him Grammy Award-winning Lord Phineas.
Yes.
But I don't think
as well you should. That. His proper title, yes.
His proper title, maybe a doctor to that. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. The third, for fun. Add a third or
the third junior. Yeah.
Third of his name. I did also read that there is an uncredited Billy line in Moral of the Story. Do you share what line that is, or do you just kind of keep that to yourself?
I'll tell you. Yeah.
Okay. I want to know.
Okay. Yeah. So Finn called me like a couple days after he heard the song, and he showed Billy, and she was like, at the last chorus, you should switch. You can think that you're in love when you're really just in pain, to when you're really just engaged. And I was like,
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, 100% we will do that. And it's so cutthroat. It's so it's so Billy to be so cutthroat too. And I was like, sign me up. Yeah.
I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yesterday, I think we're about 10 days into our little Safer at Home. Well, Safer at Home officially started
in the Midwest.
Yes.
Okay.
But I actually was traveling, so I've been on a self-quarantine a little bit longer. And I looked down yesterday and I realized that I was at the bottom of what I thought was a brand new jar of peanut butter, but apparently I made it to the end a little faster than I thought I would. I guess my question for you then, do you have a favorite quarantine snack? Is there something that you've been eating a lot of and you're like, this is strange?
That I shouldn't be.
That you should be or shouldn't be is like, do you have a go-to? Because you're stuck at home.
I mean, obviously I'm a coffee addict, so perfect. I'm definitely ingesting far more coffee than I normally do, which is already too much. But I'm home, and so I'm like, I have an interview with you, or I have, I'm working on my album from home and figuring out ways to do that. I'm like, well, I better make another pot of coffee to figure out this verse, So yeah, that's pretty bad. But I don't know, not too many snacks. I've been trying to eat. We did our like a Whole Foods grocery shopping like last week, and we tried to get a bunch of stuff, and we just stocked up on really healthy food so we couldn't binge on anything bad.
Yeah, that's smart. I had to pass on the coffee because I realized I was drinking too much of it, and because I'm not getting out as much, I was like up for hours.
Just like wired.
Nothing to do with all this coffee energy. Well, listen, I am so thankful to you for giving us the time. I love that like the walls in your house are yellow and you're wearing yellow and your nails are bright and sunny. It's like it's like a nice little breath of sunny air. So, thank you for the time. Congratulations to you. I'm looking forward to the day you might actually be able to like come to Wisconsin and hang out.
My boyfriend's from Wisconsin.
Who's from Wisconsin?
My boyfriend is from
Is he really? What part?
Madison.
Oh, he's our cooler, hipper, younger sister city.
Yeah, we actually spent our first New Year's together in Milwaukee.
That's awesome. So you are well versed in Milwaukee. I
do love Wisconsin, and I love Midwesterners. You guys are my favorite type of people.
Like I said, we're just, we like to put everything a little nicer. We're safer at home here.
You're just chiller. You're just chiller. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Michelle. It's been a pleasure.
For sure. And like I said, good luck to you. And we will see you hopefully not into the too distant future.
I hope so.
All right. Take care. Enjoy your coffee.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.